Hey y'all, so let's dig right back into it. So we're clearing things from confusion. We're clearing from confusion. We're clearing from things in the way to put a house in order. And we are the temple of the Father. So when we are putting a house in order, and again, I see the images with a little cartoon strip of putting a house in order and putting my house in order, friends, it's not easy. It's just not easy, especially at this time of year when our calendar is slammed. I have a friend, she's a mom of twins. She has twin girls, and they're 18 months, a little, yeah, give or take a little bit, but right about 18 months. And she's pregnant with a little boy. She's due in March. And she posted on Facebook one day this week that, she thinks that we should extend the holiday season so that we can do all the things that we're expected to do without going crazy, basically. And I was talking to her yesterday. I said, I'm with you. Where's the petition? I'll be the first signature. Next year, I think we're going to put our trees up in October, and we'll start the festivities, do all the things that we need to do so that we have time to enjoy the moments. Because right now we're running in and running out, and things are laying in. And again, as I'm talking and I'm seeing it all, I can see this way, right, that the Lord would move being really junky and there being a lot of stuff. And so many times, I think that it doesn't happen, that we're not so much doing it on purpose, but because we're not taking the time to put things where they need to go and deal with them at the moment, it all just piles up like the laundry waiting for me. Again, I walked in the boys' room the other day. I was like, how do y'all have so much laundry? And that was just 2 of the 4. But so as you can imagine, 4 boys plus my husband and me, and working and doing all of the things, it can junk up pretty fast. And especially if we've got 2 or 3 things that we've got to do, or coming in from work and then got to go back out that night, or whatever, stuff gets laid down just right where we come in. It just lays down, and we grab it and pick it up for the next time. But to prepare the way is to put a house in order. And so when things happen, or when I'm experiencing things, so let's put it in perspective with me being the house, the temple of God, that my house has got to be in order. I have to prepare this temple for the coming Messiah. That I deal with things with the Father, taking time to separate and allow Him to, sort the piles, the trash for burning and the things for saving, so that the way is not blocked and the house is not chaotic, so that He can show us. And when we just push things down and don't deal with them, it becomes harder because they grow and they multiply, right? If we have those feelings of hurt or bitterness or anger, we have to pull them out and allow Jesus to help us deal with them so that they don't become problematic and in the way. Have you ever looked at your house, again, mom of 4 young children, and said, oh, there's just nowhere to put anything? There's no way we can clean it up. There's no way this will happen. And so those moments of despair, I say that laughingly in my example, but when we're talking about putting our house in order and dealing with the things in us, sometimes when we don't, those piles do feel desperate and like we'll never come out from under them. And that's where depression and oppression come in. A sense of hopelessness is that there's so much wrong because we're not putting things where they belong when it happens. Sometimes in the moment, things you can't deal with, but then we have to, like John, like Jesus, like Paul, pull away and have time with the Father so that He can help us to deal, to cope, to find peace, and to put our house in order, that we clear away and prepare it. the way in which God moves. We will pick up here next week. I'll see you then. Bye, y'all.